Welcome back to Cybersea of Galilee, DSMME, on this June 8th. And today we have with us Sister Irenaeus. So it is the feast of actually 3, but we're going to do 2 Sister Dominican Blesseds who really kind of began. So I'm going to be Blessed Cecilia and you're going to be
Blessed Diana.
Okay, and so Blessed Cecilia actually was a Spitfire, you see, and she entered the convent when she was 17 years old, which is true to me as well, and she loved Saint Dominic with a passion, and so she wanted to follow him and become one of his sisters. So she helped lead the whole group of women from Saint Agnes over to Saint Sixtus, which really began the first community of women religious. And did you know that Saint Dominic, who's the one between us, uniting us, right here in this picture, he founded the women before he founded the men, which is a very brilliant thing because the women then began praying and praying and praying. Now, her friend, Blessed Cecilia, was Blessed Diana.
And Blessed Diana came from a noble family, and her family, so Diana had some awesome virtues of courage and perseverance too, because she convinced her dad to give Dominic a church. Like even before she entered the convent, they gave this church to Dominic. But then she wanted to enter the convent, and her family was having none of that. So she ran off to the convent, and her brothers came and got her forcibly in full armor. But then she did not give up. She came back, she went back in the middle of the night a second time. And at that point, her parents just gave up.
So she was a Spitfire too.
Yes, she was. And so
Go the Dominicans.
She had a great friendship with Blessed Jordan, who was the master general that followed Saint Dominic.
And Blessed Cecilia became the very first prioress of the new community. And then when she died,
Blessed Diana took over after that, and Blessed Cecilia is the one that tells us what Saint Dominic.
I was going to say, but Blessed Cecilia gave her little womanly touch because she loved Saint Dominic, and she told us what he looked like, and she told us what his tonsure looked like, and how tall he was, and even the way his face looked, and his profile, and the skull that is in Bologna and Santo Domingo today, San Domingo, is actually totally what she would have described. And she tells about his color of hair and the little touches that he would come to visit them, and he would bring them little wooden spoons as little gifts. And sometimes he brought them just a little bit of wine that he watered down, because they certainly didn't have that back then. They didn't have a whole lot back then. But this Father Dominic came, and he loved them.
Truly a father to them and to us.
Happy the feast of the very first Dominican sisters.